I would say that this could be a time theoretically where you could find a relationship to build on. It's I wouldn't take the next 3 weeks because Mercury is retrograde, and by the way, Mercury will be retrograde opposite the sign your own Mercury is retrograde in. But Capricorn is at 5 degrees right now. Pluto's at 5 degrees right now in the sign of Capricorn. So theoretically, this should be a time in your life over the course of the next few months where you could build upon the seeds of a more solid relationship. The one thing that I see with your chart is Neptune, and Neptune is pretty much conjunct your moon. It may just be just a little bit over your moon. Transiting Chiron is over your moon, and when you have a Neptune moon conjunction, you could kiss a lot of frogs to find a prince, because there's a desire to have a transcendent emotional experience with Neptune on your moon. And you could theoretically have that. I mean, you could really have, Neptune's going to be on your moon for a while. You could have a very profound, very soulful connection with Neptune on your moon. You just need to be very discerning with, kind of who you open yourself up to. And then as Neptune moves forward over the course of the next year and a half, it's going to be squaring your natal Mercury, and that's when you have to be really, really, again, I'll use that word discerning to try to figure out who you're with, why you're with them, and are they real? Now, you have the potential, I think, to have a very profound emotional connection over the course of the next 18 months. You just have to use your clarity and your ability to vet who you're with. Does that make sense to you? Perfectly sense. Yeah, everything, you hit it right on the spot. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. And 2012 will be it'll be a really dynamic year for you. I mean, you're going to have Jupiter will be, first of all, Jupiter's in Taurus now, and towards the latter part of Jupiter's time in Taurus, it's going to be trining your natal Jupiter, and it's also going to be trining your natal Uranus, and it's going to be trining your natal Pluto. So, April, May, and June of 2012 are going to be really lively and really dynamic for you. And then Jupiter transits and it moves into Gemini, and then it begins to conjunct your natal Mercury, and it begins to move towards your natal Sun. So you're going to have a really good Jupiter run for about a year and a half. And, when Jupiter is positioned with those trines, and I've experienced the Jupiter trines. It had happened to me in 2009. A lot of good things will break in your favor, okay? Like you'll have money that will, sort of manifest, kind of an ease of life experience. What you want to do is you don't want to take those Jupiter trines for granted. You really want to save, you want to conserve, it's like putting your sail to the wind. You want to cover as much ground as possible. So whatever, gains and benefits come to you, during the middle part of 2012, you want to hold on to them. And because, what we want to think is, we'll invest in abundance, we'll invest in magical abundant thinking, and we'll empower these moments by, maybe indulging in them. Well, there's some truth to that, but you don't want to overindulge in them, especially when it's in Virgo and Taurus. So just keep that in mind. You've got a lot of opportunity that breaks for you in 2012. Just salt it away and nurture that for the next 6 to 12 months beyond that. Okay, awesome. That's wonderful. Some good news. Thank you so much. Hey, you're welcome. So have a great day down there down in Georgia. All right. Thank you. You too. Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, it's 11:48. I got one more caller left here. I think we should time this perfectly, and then we'll round it off and say goodbye and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving here. Hi, you're on the air with Robert. Hello?
Hey, Robert. It's Steve. How are you doing?
Hey, what's happening?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, man.
Hey, what's tell me about the eclipse, how that's going to affect my chart.
Okay. Eclipse is going to be, let's see, so it's going to be in, what is it, so it's going to be new moon, Sagittarius, right? So where's Sagittarius? What house, Steve?
That's my fourth house.
Your 10th house?
My fourth house.
Fourth house. Are you having Thanksgiving at home with relatives?
Yeah, at home, yeah.
Okay. The word that comes to mind for me is revelation.
Okay.
Be prepared for revelation. Somebody's going to break some news that is going to be very interesting.
Okay.
Maybe a little startling.
What date does this happen on?
Friday.
Oh, Friday? Okay.
Yeah, but I've noticed, Steve, with eclipses, there's a run up and then a run down. It's like I think eclipses 72 hours, day before, during, and after. And a lot of times eclipses, the impact of the eclipses can be felt after the eclipse itself. Like 2, 3, 4 days, especially if we start to get into squaring the angle of the eclipse. That's when stuff begins to come up. Delayed reaction. Revelation, though. Revelation in the home. Revelation around family gatherings. Somebody says something. Go ahead.
What degree is it? What degree is it?
It's going to be, hold on, it's going to be opposite the sun. I'm sorry, close to the sun, so hold on. It's probably going to be, what, about 2, 3 degrees, something like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, revelation. Somebody brings some information out to the public, a little startling, and changes the tenor and the dynamic around the family experience.
All right.
It can be shocking. Sagittarius does have a bit of a shocking quality to it at times.
Right. But you never know. In my case, it could come through dreams, this information.
Potentially. Sure. Yeah, it could. Yeah. I don't know. I just tend to think if it's fourth house and it's around the holidays.
Right.
Revelation popped into my brain. It wasn't like I was searching around for that term. It was. I saw big letters like a billboard. Revelation. Who knows?
Oh,
maybe
you really did see that?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, my parents are on the other side, so I might get some information from them.
That could be.
You never know. There's all different ways to look at this.
Maybe you'll have some insight into the end times, in which case you call us back next week and give us a lowdown.
The end times that are not the end times.
Right, theoretically, yeah.
I was surprised. I went on YouTube, and I see that you have another show, or where's this other show that you do?
Oh, no, well, YouTube. No, the YouTube stuff, it's just, it's MP3s that of these shows. So
these shows, okay.
Yeah, it's the archives of the interviews that I've done, and Erica, who you can find her in the chat room, she's been great about uploading the shows to YouTube, which has been it's been a pretty cool experience. I mean, just over the last week or so, I mean, we just really started this, close to 4,000 views with all the different shows. So it's been really successful. Yeah.
I just stumbled upon it.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to use that for original content. I'm going to eventually, at some point, I'll make my own content, and it won't just be the shows. So we'll do some other stuff. Yeah, but thanks for checking out. Well, listen, anything you're grateful for, Steve?
Then I'm waking up, and then I'm awake and waking up.
All right.
And then I have a roof over my head and a job.
Those are things to be grateful for. Baseline, you're here, you're awake, and you have a job, and you're supporting yourself.
Yes.
And I'm glad to be able to witness that. Glad you're a part of the show, and I'm grateful that you're here every week to listen. How's that?
Thanks. And by the way, what sign are you?
I'm at the end of Virgo.
Oh, wow. So technically you are Virgo?
29 degrees Virgo. As much as I'd love to admit it, I'm a Virgo, yeah.
That's amazing. Well, that's great.
Yeah, and I've got
All right.
I've got 3 planets in Libra, so I've got a lot
Okay.
of Libra in my chart.
I got 2 in mine, Mercury and Neptune.
So no wonder you and I get along, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna put you back in hold, and we've only got 6 minutes left.
All right,
So,
dude. Have a great
thanks
day.
again. Have a great Thanksgiving, Steve.
You too, Robert.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.